Hey everyone, Chard here, your tech guy. So today what I have to feature is a new item added to the smart home setup here. This is the iKettle. It's by Smarter, and I'm getting ready to crack it open and show you what it's all about. So it's supposed to work with Amazon Echo. So when I get up in the morning, I can tell her to start the kettle, and I can come down and have some hot water ready, whether I want to make some hot chocolate, or I want to make some tea, or do I want to make some oatmeal. Doesn't matter. The water be ready to go as soon as I come downstairs, especially now that the temperature is dropping. I mean, tonight it's supposed to get down to 8, so yikes. So while I'm upstairs on the computer, I can just tell her to go ahead and start the kettle, and I can come downstairs, brew my tea, and it's ready to go. Cool, ain't it? So that's the reason why I got this right here. Like I say, it's the iKettle. So now I'm gonna open it and see what's inside, and what's this all about. So we have the quick setup guide, important safety guards, this looks like the base where the kettle sits in. Plug it in. And the star of the show, the kettle itself. Nice, good size. Should be able to get, I don't know, 4 or 5 cups. Now let's try to get this thing hooked up and set up and give it a run. Okay, so now we're going to go to the setup procedure here. So it says get connected, and I need to download the app. Okay, so I download the app. Now it's asking me to log in or sign up. So since I don't have an account, I got to sign up. Okay, so I went through the sign up procedure. Now I'm adding a new network. So the example they gave me is, do I want to add it to home or office? So I'm going to say home. Okay, so now that I add a new home network, it asked me to add a product. So I got the choice of Smarter iKettle 3rd generation, Smarter Kettle 3rd generation white, but I got the silver, or Smarter Coffee 2nd generation. And I can either choose one of these products or scan for the barcode, but since I know what I have, I'm just going to choose the product. Enter its location. Mine is going to be in the kitchen. Select the router and the password. So now I got to choose the router that it's going to connect to. Okay, so the next step is to plug in the base, which I already did earlier, you know, kind of jumped the gun. So once I plug in the base, I should see an orange blinking light. Of course, yep, I can see the orange blinking light. Click next. So the next step says to turn the base over, tap next and hold your device next to the flashing connection light. So after that step where it asked me to click next, my screen started blinking real fast, and it told me to point it at the blinking light at the bottom of the base. And that was a way of the software talking to the device. So now I'm back at the home screen. I can actually see the kettle icon on the home screen. So I'm going to go ahead and click the icon, and it's ready to go. It's right there on the screen. All set. So I'm gonna give it a test run. Okay, so I got this thing all cleaned up, ready to go. I just rinsed it out since, you know, this is the first time using it. But while I was rinsing it out, I noticed it has a built-in filter. Now I'm not sure what this filter are, because it just looked thin, so it cannot be purifying the water. But I figure it must be catching, like, you know, little particles that try to slip by and get into your beverage. So now I'm going to put some water in there and give it a test run. So additional to the filter, it has this little blue little lever right here. That means you're supposed to fill the water to that spot and stop, because it says max. So the water shouldn't go past that point. Okay, so I added the water in there now, and it's barely touching the blue indicator. So now it's time to give it a shot. So while I was putting it on the base, I was trying to see if it's supposed to go a certain way, but it don't seem like it, because it turns while it's on the base, so I don't think there's a wrong way. Let's see if we can do it remotely first, because I can hit the start button here, but I want to see if I can do it remotely. So I press the start button and I heard it beep. So now it says boiling. It says currently it is 31 degrees and it's going to 100 Celsius. Okay, so while the water is boiling, there's an indicator showing that it's going around in a circle. See that green bar is slightly moving. And up here it says current temperature, and this is the temperature it's going to. Okay, so while that's going, I want to show you one more thing. If you notice, it has a water indicator, and it will tell me cups, and I can also calibrate it. But right now it tells me I would get 7 cups, and that's the water level. It's telling me it's full. Okay, so you can see that it reached 100 degrees and it stopped. The water is ready to go. It's nice and hot, so I can start making my tea or whatever I want to make with that water now. Okay, so now, like I said, it's completed. The water is ready to go. I can grab my teacup, add my tea bags, and start pouring. The next thing I need to do is hook this up to the Amazon Echo. Okay, so now that I got the kettle set up, I did a test run. The hot water came out perfect, and I got my tea brewing. It's time to connect it to the smart home, all right? Because that's what it's all about here, man. Smart home tech, okay? Okay, so I got the app. I got to download the skill, which is the smarter skill, and then connect the account. I went to the skills, and now it's time to enable the skills so she can talk to the kettle. Now, as you can see, it says that it was a successful connection. So the smarter iKettle and the Amazon Echo can now talk to each other. So right now, Alexa is discovering new devices. Okay, so the discovery is completed and I'm looking for it on the device list. Okay, so I see a new one on the list marked kitchen, but it's not the kitchen light. It looks like a thermometer. So I'm assuming that's the kettle. Yep, that is the kettle. So I'm going to edit the name because kitchen is going to be too confusing. So we're going to name it iKettle. And there you go. So now I should be able to ask her to start the kettle. Okay, so now let's give it a test try and see what happens. Alexa, start iKettle. Alexa, start iKettle. Not working. Okay, so apparently I was given the wrong command. Let me try it again. Alexa, turn on iKettle.
Getting iCarly from Fire TV.
Alexa, turn on iKettle.
Getting I Kill Giants from Fire TV.
Okay, ran into a little hiccup there. For some reason that name wasn't coinciding. It was kept on picking up something on the Fire TV. So let's try a different name. Alexa, turn on hot water.
Okay.
There we go. It's like magic. So now it's actually on and it's running. Okay, so as you can see, she was able to turn it on. The name was kind of confusing to her, I guess, but it's working now, no problem. And now we have an additional member to the Smart Home family, and it's the iKettle by Smarter. I will leave the link in the description if you want to check it out, if you want to purchase it for yourself. That's going to be it for this video. I want to thank you for tuning in. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more like this, you need to subscribe, and I'll see you next time.